Hi everyone, and today is week 5 of the journey. So I first start with measuring my waist size. So you don't want to cheat, you really want to go on the fatter side of your stomach, below your nostril, where it is the fattest. So this is the measurement you take. So I did gain a bit, it's now at 80 and a half, as you can see. 91, almost 91, less 10 centimeters. So this put this week's waist size at 80 and a half centimeters. Now on to the next step, which is the weight, the total body weight. And again, you want to take your measurements at the same times and same periods on the same state. And you should take them the morning when you wake up before eating anything. And after fulfilling your needs, your personal hygiene needs. So for the scaling balance, make sure it's sized well to 0. So let's see. So it is almost 82, like 81 and a half. As you can see, almost 82. So I would say 81.7. So now let's check for the final numbers. So finally this is how it looks like. So first we have 81, almost 82 kilograms, 81.7. So this 0.2 added is since the beginning, as since last week. If you remember, I was at 82.3 kilograms, so 0.8 from the more than the beginning. Now it's down, I lost some weight, so it's 0.2 more only than in the beginning. Yeah, that's that. Then what else? So that's overall respectable, and according to my plans of the leanest bulk or maintenance diet. However, this is a big disappointment. 80.5 centimeters of waist. And I believe it's not a mistake, since even the weight, the body weight, was correct. So I believe it is correct, and it's a big disappointment because it's 3.5 more than from the beginning. And last week it was at 1 centimeter less. So last week it was 79.5 centimeters. Now it's 80.5. So that's a real disappointment. And obviously the body fat percentage got up because of this. As last week it was at 12, now it's at 13 because of this. And it increased by 3% since the beginning of everything. And yeah, so that's a big disappointment. And you see how frustrating natural bodybuilding can be. So you may see no progress at all, or even after weeks you may see downwards progress. And the arm size is at 38 centimeters, just like at the beginning. And I did lose 0.1 centimeters from last week. So obviously last week was pretty good, and this week was terrible. The worst week I ever recorded. I mean, I'm not used to record per week, not even per month or even per year. I stopped recording. I used to start recording first at months, by months, then by years, and then I stopped completely recording my progresses, since I knew that natty bodybuilding means after years you can gain only like a couple 100 grams of muscle, maybe not even 100, and at one point you will either even stagnate. And I believe that this proves that I'm stagnating after 15 years, because there's no progress at all. What I can say about this week was I did consume maybe not enough protein. I mean, I had a lot of days where I would eat 3 meals. That was because all of them were big meals, so I didn't want to go overboard with the calories. And maybe it was consuming less protein than needed. I believe during these days it was at like 120 to 130 protein. Now I'm very low on protein because of money issues, so I'm used over the past years to stay at like 130 to 180 grams of protein per day. Very rarely going above 180 grams a day, but usually it would be around 140 to 150, and sometimes as down as 130. But this week I went down to 130, or yeah, maybe 130 max, and 120, something like this, because of, as I mentioned, the 3 big meals instead of 4 that I usually take. So this may have played the game for a part, for the bad gains and the terrible week. But yeah. So yeah, my advice, and yeah, the other parts of the diet consisted of, like, the main parts of the diet consisted of carbs and fat. So protein was down and the other macros were up. I believe that's what played a part of this, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that's about it. And this proves to you how much it's important to monitor your waist size. So this is the most important thing to measure. It's not about the weight at all. As you can see, it fluctuates from week to week, and it doesn't mean anything because it can be down and the body fat down. It can be up and the body fat less than when it's down with higher body fat. So what really matters is the waist size. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.